Boya BY-M1 Lavalier microphone is probably the best cheap microphone money can buy, and you can pick it up from almost anywhere. It's great if you want to improve the audio quality on, say, your Zoom meeting on your computer or iPhone or Android, or even doing some vlogging from your iPhone or Android, or maybe something a little bit more professional on either your mirrorless or DSLR camera. Speaking of doing some vlogging on your phone, if you want to really level up your video skills and make some super nice videos, then why not pick up a gimbal for your phone with a DJI OM4. This is a new release, and this is going to really jazz up your videos. And when you couple it with a microphone like this, you're going to get some amazing results. We're going to do a video on this a little bit later, so stay tuned for that one. But for now, we're going to do a quick unboxing of this one, do some tests, and find out how good this microphone really is. Okay, let's crack it open and have a look. Smells like a factory. Bit of an instruction manual, a pouch, which is handy, I guess, if you're doing some traveling. Okay, so got a little pack we'll open up in a minute. So here it is, and it is a 6-meter cable, so that's going to get the job done when you've got a camera on the other side of the room and you're sitting over here, like in this example. But you probably want to keep it reasonably short for most of your recording. And they've included some Velcro cable management, which is always nice. So that's the unit, we'll come back to that. And in this little baggie here, it's like Christmas. A jack that goes from a 3.5 to your bigger jack. I forget what the dimensions of that are, so I'm not going to make a lie out of myself and say the wrong one. A nice microphone shield here, which is going to be better if you're shooting in the wind. And then the lavalier clip as well, which is what you attach the microphone to so that you can then attach to your clothing. So the unit itself, we've got the 3.5 jack, which goes into one of your devices, and you may need an adapter cable with particularly the computer if you want to also use your headphones at the same time. We'll test that out. And then of course you've got the microphone itself, which you'd clip on like so, and that's a nice firm fit, so that's not going to come off anytime soon. So with the battery pack, you have one switch that goes between two modes. One is on off or smartphone, and because smartphones and computers give power to the microphone, you won't need a battery power. But if you're going to be recording on your camera, your mirrorless or DSLR camera, you'll need to install the battery and then turn the power on, because the camera doesn't send power to the microphone. It's a good idea to keep it in the off mode when you're not using it, or just as a default setting, just to save the battery and look after the microphone. So for $20 odd, that's pretty good value. I think I'm pretty happy with the build quality of that one. So let's just go away and test it with all of the devices. FYI, up till now, I was recording on my Sony wireless UWP D11 series, which I generally use out in the field for interviews. Now this starts at around 600 bucks, but for $20 odd, you are now listening to the Boya BY-M1. This is an omnidirectional condenser microphone. Omnidirectional meaning it picks up sound equally from any area around the microphone, all sides. It's great for being attached to clothing, as opposed to, say, a shotgun mic like this, which is much more directional and will only pick up what's generally in front of it. A condenser microphone is one that is designed for recording the vocal frequency range, as opposed to, say, music or loud noises. So now I'm going to be doing some comparisons with recording on the Boya BY-M1, first on my phone, then on my mirrorless camera, and then on my laptop. Let me say that I won't be doing any treatment to the audio in post-production, so no removal of background noises or echoes whatsoever. I will preface this comparison by saying that the studio is still rather bare and quite echoey. Hey, what do you think of my new studio, by the way? Let me know in the comments below. It's still a work in progress, so help get me inspired. Right, let's start with the phone. This is the audio quality when using the built-in microphone on the iPhone. Pretty ordinary. It's very tinny and it picks up a lot of background noise and echo. And this is a comparison with a microphone that comes with a typical headset that's supplied with phones. It's much better than the built-in microphone, still rather tinny, somewhat echoey, but it's actually quite a good sound. So if you're not too bothered about the aesthetics, that might be good for you. However, if you wanted to try and tuck it away so that things are tucked out of shot, maybe that will work for you, but it's a little bit clunky. Comparing that to the Boya microphone, you can hear it's a lot more crisp, not tinny, and much more representative of the true vocal frequency range. The echo is more reduced, but still just present. And a quick note, I have the switch set to off/power mode for this setup. Here I've got my Sony a6500. It has a built-in microphone on the body somewhere. I'm not sure where it is because I really don't use it. They're not designed to be used for vlogging so much with that microphone, but you can get away with it as a last resort. So here is the audio quality for that one. Super echoey, picks up all the background noise, and is pretty tinny as well. And now we have the Rode VideoMicro attached. It's a very versatile and quality microphone. It's a, shotgun microphone, so it's not perfect for doing interviews, but you can get away with it. It's much clearer than the built-in mic, a truer vocal frequency range, way less echoey, but it is a directional mic, so as I move further away from it, my vocals disappear more and more into the background. And now we're comparing the Boya microphone again. You can see it's a level up in, again, its crispness, its frequency range for vocals, and it's just generally a little bit less echoey and just picks up things a lot nicer than either of those two microphones. It is still a little bit echoey, but yeah, that is because we've got an echoey room. This is the audio quality of the built-in microphone on the laptop, in this case a MacBook. Now traditionally, the built-in mics aren't that great. Very tinny, very flat, and picks up a lot of background noise. I'm using a Samsung headset here because it's got the 3.5 jack. I don't have the adapter with me. As you can hear, it's a huge improvement from the built-in mic over here. So it's a lot deeper, less background noise, and a lot more clarity. So I'm actually pretty impressed with this. But again, we have some big improvements from the headset mic to the Boya mic. There's just a lot more clarity there, and the frequency range with the headset was just a little flat, but the frequency range here is a bit deeper and is just great for vocals. And again, I've moved the power switch to the off mode to connect to the computer here. So, when is this microphone great for using with your phone? Well, it's great for vlogging. Set up your phone on a tripod or on a gimbal and use the gimbal in active track mode. Refer to my video for that. It's also great if you want to interview someone with your phone. You can run the microphone cable up to them and they can be 1 meter or 2 meters or further away, and that will work well. It's great if you're using your phone gimbal in the wind. Usually the microphone in the phone is going to pick up all the wind noise, so you can plug in this mic, run it under your clothes, put it behind your shirt and stop the wind noise. When is it not great to use with your phone? Well, when you're in selfie mode recording vlogs, this microphone cable can be a bit unwieldy, and if you're indoors, the microphone on the phone this close isn't too bad, but you can try it with the cable and see if you can keep that tucked away nicely. Also, if you're just doing general run and gun filming with your phone, and maybe you've got your phone on a tripod and then sometimes you're walking around with it, I'd probably recommend to go with the Rode Wireless Go in that situation. When is it great to be using with your mirrorless cameras? Well, when you're vlogging, when you have the camera set up on a tripod on the other side of the room, the cable length is perfect for that. It's also great if you're interviewing someone with your camera on the tripod and they're a few meters away. Run that cable once again, perfect. It's not so great if you want portability when you're running around with your camera and tripod. You don't want to be tripping over the cable, so again, please consider the Rode Wireless Go there. When is it great when using with your computer? Well, when you're recording professional sounding audio for, say, recording voiceover for your videos, or narrating a screen recording, or when you're recording, say, a PowerPoint presentation for a sales presentation. You can also use it for Zoom meetings, delivering webinars, podcasts, vodcasts, all that sort of stuff. But you need either an adapter cable or the right input ports in your computer to do so. Which leads me to my next point. The bad thing about using this with the computer is that many computers have a combined headphone and mic jack. So if you plug your mic in there, you won't be able to hear your computer's audio. So you would need to either have a computer that has a dedicated microphone port, or you would need to spend another, say, 20 bucks to get this device, which I'll show on screen here. And that allows you to plug in your mic and still hear your speakers. It plugs into a USB port and accepts a microphone, meaning your audio still comes through your computer's speakers like normal, but then you have to turn the power on for the microphone, which isn't hard to do. So guys, in summary, overall I think the Boya BY-M1 is a great microphone that anyone looking to level up their audio quality should definitely grab. Even if you say plan to later on upgrade to that Rode Wireless Go that I mentioned, this will be a perfect backup microphone to have. It's also a lot easier to plug in and get going than a wireless unit. Now that you're sounding good on video, you should watch this video next, where you'll learn how to look good on video and video calls. Now I've really got to put up some more of that acoustic foam in here.